in the whores, demons trying to trap you with semen, their eyes gleaming. You better spit it out like Willie Beeman. This is spiritual war. Yeah, I'm ducking all the witches in the whores, demons trying to trap you with semen, their eyes gleaming. You better spit it out like Willie Beeman. Came back with vengeance. Yeah, you can hear the sound from my engine. Back to the business. I've been trying to eat healthy and I'm working on my fitness. Eased up with the tension, fulfilling my vision. Peace, blessings. Coming back with another video. I know it's been a minute. You know, I've been trying to get my energy right through the past couple of weeks because, you know, for those that don't know out there, we just got out of a retrograde period and we still in the post-shadow period. And usually the pre-shadow period and the post-shadow period has the potential to be very harsher and stronger than the actual retrograde, depending on what retrograde it is and what planet it is, and you know, all that other stuff. You know, I don't want to get too much into that, but we could talk about that another day. But basically, a lot of people have been feeling this, you know, this like very reflective, stagnant energy, and it also has a lot of people down too and questioning a lot, and that's what retrogrades usually do. So yeah, I was just doing that and reflecting on a lot, and just stuff from my past and now, and you know, things that, you know, you should think about during these periods when this comes during the retrograde. But anyway, today's topic is going to be called doing the right thing is boring to most people. Doing the right thing is boring to most people. And I know y'all like, what? Like, how? And I'm not saying this in a good way. This is sad that it's sad that people find doing the right thing is boring. And it sounds crazy at first, but when you really think about it, it's in so many different avenues and aspects and examples. It is really true when you really apply it and look at the way people do things and how they move and how they treat people and how they do certain things in the world. And of course, I had to write my notes down because this is something that I don't want to be babbling about. So we're going to get into that too. But yeah, so one of the first things, like I said, the topic is sadly doing the right things is boring to most people. First thing I got on there, pushing to do what's morally right as much as possible. Now that is boring to most people. You know, doing what's morally right. We all heard the quote, do the right thing even when people are not looking. Do the right thing even when people are not looking. And a lot of people don't have that mindset and that mentality. A lot of times people will look at you like as if you are square or you're a goody two-shoes for trying to do the right thing or not wanting to do the wrong thing, trying to do the right thing as much as possible. People will look at you like you're a square, you're trying to be a Mr. Right all the time. You know, they will make you feel like that's a bad thing, which is really not. You're supposed to want to do the right thing as much as possible, especially morally. And when it comes to yourself and how you treat others and what you do, you want to do the right thing. But unfortunately, that's boring to most people. Like, you know, let's say, oh, you know, I got a test tomorrow, I got an exam. Say you're in college or something, or you're even in high school. But you know your friends want to hang out that night. And you know that if you do, you're not going to be able to study or even have a good rest to even wake up to take that exam. Most people are going to say, F that, I'm going out to have fun, I don't want to miss it. But the people that say, nah, you know what, that wouldn't be smart, that wouldn't be the best decision on my part, that would be kind of stupid. I know that if I do that, I'm not going to be able to focus or concentrate on the exam the next day, so I'm just going to be patient. We always got time to go out another day. I'm going to do this because this is important, because this has to be done, and fun could come later. So most people, they want the fun now and do the other things, like do the morally right things later. And that's why I said that's boring to most people. Saying, oh, nah, I ain't gonna go hang out with y'all. Y'all go ahead and party, drink, or y'all go ahead and, you know, go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go stay home and study. I'm gonna stay home and work on my craft. I'm gonna stay home and just chill out because, you know, I just don't feel the need to want to go out that specific day or weekend or night. A lot of people see that as boring. And that brings me to the next topic. Being looked down upon as a square for trying to do what's right. Now, like I mentioned that when I said the first point too. I used to go through that when I was younger, especially in my family and friends and stuff like that when I was real young. Because, the way I was brought up, the way I was taught, not saying I was perfect or better than anybody. Let's get that out the way now. But what I was taught morally, with my values and my principles, I was always taught to do the right thing. Even if I get something wrong or I didn't do it on purpose and I did do something wrong, I didn't intentionally do it. But when it came to trying to treat people with respect and do what was morally right, I was taught to do that. So when I did try to do the right things when I was a young kid, or I didn't want to participate in certain stuff that I knew would be trouble or I knew that would get us in trouble, my whoever it was, my little cousins that was my age, or friends that was my age, elementary and then junior high, whatever it was, they would look at me like, oh, he's a goody two shoes. Oh, he's square. Oh, he's trying to be perfect. Oh, he always got to be Mr. Right. Or he got to be Mr. Clean. And I used to feel bad because they used to shame me for that. And there's other people that go through that too. And they used to really shame me for that. And I got older and I'm like, that's a sickness, man. And it's not just, I know I've seen it a lot in the black community because I've grown up in the black community and I'm still growing up around them too. Even though I'm a grown adult, I'm still going around a lot of these people, and everywhere I go, I always see, people that look like me. And that's not to say that it doesn't happen with other people outside my race. But I'm saying, from my experience growing up and still now dealing with my race in the community and stuff, that's a problem, and that's very toxic and very dysfunctional and very destructive to us. And we still do that to this day. Like I said, this is when I was young, and it was happening before I was even born. And that's the sad part, that we make fun of kids are making fun of other kids for trying to do the right thing, or shaming you because you don't want to participate in the dumb stuff that is going to get them in trouble. That's boring to people. He trying to do the right thing. That's boring. Yo, let's go over there and do this. So let's catch this jukes. For people that don't know the jukes, that mean let's go catch this robbery. Let's go get this dude. He looking like money over there. Let's go get her. She got that new phone over there. Let's go snatch that. Whatever the case is, let's go get that little kid. He looked defensive. He got a new iPhone. Whatever the case is, that's a problem. We see doing the right thing as that's boring. Like, we only see excitement when we doing something crazy or not doing the right thing because it gives us. A lot of people are adrenaline junkies, thrill junkies, and not in a good way. Like, some people are thrill and adrenaline junkies when it comes to jumping out of planes, crazy fast roller coasters, driving a fast car on a highway with nobody on it, just seeing how fast you could go. That's different. But I'm talking about, in this case, the adrenaline junkies and the thrill junkies, they want to do something crazy. Like, what's the wildest thing I could do? Or what's the wildest thing I could say? Or, what's the wildest thing that I can try to participate in to give me some thrill, to give me some fun? And a lot of times it ain't fun. A lot of times it's a lot of trouble. Trust me, some of these things, and I ain't talking about robbing people and stuff, but I'm talking about stuff as far as like, you feel like if you don't go to the party, you're missing out. You feel like if you don't go deal with mad girls, you feel like you a cornball. Everybody else is doing it. You a clown. Nobody wants you. You feel like if you ain't got this specific designer clothes or this specific look, you're not in the in crowd. And a lot of a lot of times people do those things to fit in, and they don't even think like, yeah, I'm gonna spend $1,000 on these shoes or this clothes or this jacket, but I know I need to go invest this in my career that I'm trying to do, or I know I need to go be saving this money because I'm trying to get this house, I'm trying to get this car, I'm trying to invest in this LLC, whatever the case is for that person. And that's what I mean. That's boring. They rather be like, nah, I know I'm supposed to, save this for this, or I'm supposed to save this for that because I want to pursue this and I know I can use that money for this. But after that, though, everybody got them new Givenchy's, everybody got them new Jordans, everybody got them new Balenciagas. I need to get that. I need to get in. I need to be a part of the excitement. That's exciting more than, you know what, I do want those, but I'm gonna make the sacrifice and do the right thing and not spend it and save it and use it for that because I know that I'm gonna regret it in the long run. That's boring to people. People gonna be like, nah, I'm about to spend that money and not even think about it and then worry about the problems later. And we see people do that all the time because people are adrenaline and thrill junkies and in the moment. They don't think like, yo, would that be smart down the run, but down the line? Would that help me? Is that gonna help me? So when it comes to that, that's very dysfunctional, very destructive thinking on our part. And like I said, it's not just in the black community, it's in other communities too. But I'm just saying from my experience with the black community growing up in different things, and I see other races do it too. But as far as like growing up in my environment and family and different things, and around friends and certain stuff, and their families, I see this too often about that type of mindset about looking down on people that's trying to do the right thing or that's born or they're square, and you only respect or you only respect the things and people that's going to do stupidity, things that you think is popping and it's not. Next one, we're gonna go to doing the wrong things to most adds excitement or it's more easier to do, and I just touched on that basically in the past point that I just finished talking about. But yeah, people only get excitement from doing crazy things like you could be walking and you could be walking with a group of guys that you know, and y'all see a girl and she might have a nice body, nice, you know what I'm saying, a nice booty, nice face, everything, breasts, all that. And of course, you a man, you're gonna look, you know, it's chemical reactions going off when you see a man sees a woman and a woman sees a man that they're interested in or they're attracted to. Certain chemical stuff is gonna go off in the bodies, in the brain. So of course you're gonna want to interact or say something or even look if you don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you with a group of guys, you see the girl, and your friends just start, you know, saying dumb stuff like, yo, shorty, what up? Yo, shorty got the fatty and all that dumb, yo, fat. All that stupid immaturity stuff that we used to do. Well, I ain't doing. My friends around me used to do that dumb stuff. But just stupidity like that, like that, immaturity. And you could be the one that's the leader of the group that gotta be like, yo, chill, yo, y'all bugging. Like, yo, I ain't doing all that for. Y'all bugging. Like, you gonna holler, just go holler out. But I ain't gotta do all that extra, yo, shorty, you just fat. Yo, mom, come here, yo, what's good? All that dumb stuff. Like, oh, yo, word, you don't want to talk, the F out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, F you, like, call her, the B word, all that. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Instead of doing what's morally right, alright, shorty ain't turn around, she ain't get nobody attention. Cool, that's gonna happen. Let her go about her day. But that's the morally right thing to do because she doesn't have to talk to any of y'all. She doesn't know any of y'all. There's nothing in the law that says she has to stop and say thank you, anything. It might come off as rude, or she might be just intimidated. Could be like 5 guys, she the only girl. She gotta act like she not scared, but she probably scared trying to get up out of there. Because she probably, who knows, she probably went through another incident where a guy did something crazy that wasn't morally right because he tried to talk to her and because she didn't want to talk, he just cursed out. Matter of fact, look at the thing that happened in Harlem at the liquor store, and I was right down the block from me. At the liquor store I always go to. Look what happened there. Dude gonna pounce on a lady because she respectfully turned down his money that he offered her to buy some wine. She said, no thank you, I appreciate it though, I could buy my own. And dude already wanted to do something stupid anyway, but that's what I'm talking about. Doing the morally, like all his friends were supposed to be like, yo bro, you bugging the F out. Leave that lady alone. She said no, leave her alone. But what do people do? That's boring. That's boring to most people to be like, yo, come on, man. That don't rock, bro. Chill. Yo, we sorry for that, miss. Don't even listen to him. He bugging right now. That's boring to people. Because it takes guts. It takes discipline. It takes integrity about yourself. That's boring to people to have integrity. Sadly. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's a good thing. That's bad. That's boring to people to have integrity. That's boring to be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Or nah, don't do that, bro. That's not a good look. Instead, his friends let me do something to the girl. They beat her up, all type of stuff. Just all type of nonsense. And that's what I'm saying. It's more fun for them to do that. Rather than just say, alright, cool, she don't want it. no money. Alright, cool. No problem, miss. Enjoy your night. Nah, it's more funny. Be like, what? That's wild out. She ain't want money. Who she think she is? Nah, we about to jump her right now. And these dudes to a grown woman doing this. Come on, man. But that's what I'm talking about. That's boring to do the right thing. People only want to do excitement and stupid stuff because it's easier to do that. Like I said with the discipline thing about if you know you got an exam and you don't go out, you choosing to go out or not, and you know you got an exam the next day. That's boring for people to be like, nah, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna stay in. Y'all go have fun. I'm just not gonna drink or anything tonight. Y'all got this test. You know, y'all go out and chill. Maybe this weekend. Well, your friends gonna be looking at you like, yo, you crazy. You should just come back. You gonna make it in time. You gonna come back. But you know if you do that, you're not. You know you're gonna be hungover, barely able to get up in that morning for that exam. And you probably gonna fail because you know you need some more extra time to study. That's boring to people like, nah, I gotta study tonight. Nah, I gotta work on this tonight. I can't do that today. Nah, we can't hang out today, man. I got a really important thing to do for myself. That's boring people to have discipline and integrity and restraint and control not to do certain things. So, brings me to my other topic, which I mentioned already, was the discipline and the commitment. And like I said, discipline and commitment is boring to most people. That's not fun. I'll give you a few examples. It's not fun to have discipline to make up your bed every day. Without somebody telling you. Washing your face twice a day. In the morning and at night before you go to bed. That's boring. Exercising. Doing the right thing with your partner even. Such things as respect, vulnerability, compatibility, affection, and connection, and so many other things that you need to have that foundation with your partner. That's boring to people, but I'm going to make my bed up every day. It's going to leave it messy because it takes effort. That takes discipline to get up every day. Make your bed up. Make the pillow. Put everything together. Put the pillows where they're supposed to be. Fix everything. Make sure your bed is straight. When you do that, now you got a clear mind. Now you can go brush your teeth. Do this. Do that. With a clear mind. Start your day off right. Get something to eat. Whatever else you do in your morning routine. But that's boring for people to have a routine like that. Because not even a routine, it's just discipline. Just make your bed up. Because that will show your character and spill over into other areas. You not doing that, that's going to show up in a lot of other areas where it requires discipline and you're not going to be able to give it to you. You're not going to be able to give it to those situations, the discipline that it needs for you to thrive in those situations. And it starts off so small with like that. Making sure you make your bed up every day when you get up. And making sure you wash your face twice a day to get all the dark marks and blackheads and whiteheads and pimples, to make sure all that is gone. Exfoliating, all that. It takes discipline. That's boring to people. Because it takes discipline. It takes effort. That's boring. It's easier to be mediocre. It's easier to not do those things and do what's right or morally right for yourself or others. It's boring to people because, like I said, it takes effort. It takes commitment. It takes discipline. It takes restraint. It takes order. That's boring. A lot of people like chaos. We in an era where people like chaos more than order. So this is why you can just see people doing all type of crazy stuff in their life. You're like, what's wrong with everybody? Why everybody doing this? Is something wrong with me? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just got order and they got chaos. That's the thing that changed. So of course you won't feel weird for doing the right thing or saying, I'm not gonna do what everybody else doing, because that's not right. They gonna look at you like you bugging. But really they're gonna admire you because you got the discipline to, and be honest, to be like, yeah, my life is boring. If you're talking about me trying to do the right thing, trying to get my life better, trying to manifest things better, try to get my mind right, try to get my body right, trying to get my skin right, trying to get my everything, just anything that you're trying to work on and level up on. Most people are gonna look at you like that and be like, oh yeah, he bugging, but really inside they gonna be respecting you and honoring you because they respect your discipline and your commitment. And a lot of people don't have commitment. Why you think people can't even stay in committed relationships for a long time? Because a lot of people are selfish. They don't have what it takes to do what's morally right. And when the relationship is going the way it's supposed to go, when it's good things happen and the partner is not doing anything crazy, a lot of people say, oh, they're boring. They don't excite me. Why? Because they not coming with drama, they're not coming with chaos, they're not coming with all type of nonsense. They doing the right thing, they being honest with you. It doesn't mean they perfect, but they doing everything to make the relationship work from the jump and everything to make you happy. Like, which is things that I said, like respect, vulnerability, comfortability, affection, and connection. You'll be surprised if you talk to a lot of couples these days that the partner is lacking respect, vulnerability, comfortability, connection, and even affection. Those are the right things you do in a relationship. Those are morally right. But to people, that's boring. That's boring. It takes a lot of effort for me to be vulnerable. It's easier for me to be like, nah, I ain't opening up. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust these bees. I don't trust these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for me to be closed off and be an a-hole, whether you a male or a female. It's easy for them to do that. And I used to be in a spot like that after I got hurt years ago, and then I used to be in a spot. It was easier to be like, nah, I ain't trusting nobody. I'm just smashing, dashing. Well, I wasn't dashing, but I'm just smashing. I ain't taking nothing serious, though. And I'm letting them know that, too. And I was honest, hey, I ain't ready for nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? I got out of a relationship. I ain't really on that right now. I ain't trusting nobody. So it's easier to be closed off like that. You know how hard it is to be vulnerable and be open with somebody and to let them into... And you ain't just going to do that with anybody. But I'm talking about somebody that you're really trying to build a connection with. That's hard. That takes commitment. It takes restraint. Not even restraint, but it takes a lot of not resisting yourself to somebody else, especially if they being open with you. That's boring to most people because they're like, damn, this person is challenging me, or they being open, or we thriving. It's more fun for people to be like, damn, they like a brick wall. I gotta learn how to break through them. What else can I do to try to get through them? I gotta figure this out. That's more fun, and that's the toxic stuff that you see in a lot of relationships. That's why a lot of people are jacked, because that's fun to them. Instead of them leaving like, I'm not dealing with that, that's fun. But when it's somebody that's doing the right thing, being vulnerable with them, respecting them, making them feel comfortable, giving them the right affection. And we ain't just talking about sex. We're talking about massages. We talk about attention, listening to them, giving them advice, helping them grow. All those sensual things, rubbing their feet, all those things are the right things to do. And people don't like to do that because it takes discipline, it takes commitment, it takes being open, it takes true integrity to do those things, honestly, with people. And it's boring. Because once you do all that, then people like, damn, this is really going good, or this feels good. I'm not used to this. Where's the chaos? Where's the disorder? Where's the crazy behavior? Where's the fights? Where's the arguments? Where's the lies? Where's me catching them and all this bullcrap? So when people don't find that, what do? They start creating terror. They start creating chaos. They start creating disorder. Why? Because that is boring to most people when everything's going right and you're doing the right thing. They gotta create disorder. They gotta create chaos. They gotta create destruction. They gotta create dysfunction. Which is sad. And people need to stop doing that. Because we all getting too old for that. And I see old people doing that. They not even mature. Bugging. But that just shows what I'm talking about with the teachings and what people be thinking in their brains when they do stuff or when they interact with people. So, even when it comes to your relationship, you gotta do the right thing. You can't be looking at it like, oh, it's boring. Oh, shorty wanna come home. She don't go out. She don't really hang out late with her friends. She hang out with them here and there. She cook me dinner. She clean. She respects me. She humbles me by pushing me and encouraging me. This is boring, What is this? What's she up to? That's how brothers be thinking. And the same thing for sisters. This man, I don't get it. This man not talking to nobody. He's not doing anything funny with his phone around me. He always answers me. always calls me back, encourages me, makes sure if I'm slipping, I'm on the right path. He respects me. He's vulnerable with me. He's open. He always wants me to be open with him too. What is this? This is boring. This is going too right. Something's not right. You gotta be up to something. So what happened? Throw the wrench right into the joint and create the destruction. Create the destruction. Create the dysfunction. Create the chaos. Create the disorder. And it never fails, man. And like I said, that's the reason why. And that's the reason why we could come to the title of the video. Sadly, doing the right thing is boring to most people. Why? Because having commitment, having discipline, having integrity, a moral code of ethics to yourself with values and principles, that's boring to most people. And that's sad. And I don't condone that. Like, it's like that movie Paid in Full. When the girl was like, well, no, actually the guy was like, so why you with me? Or whatever. Because he pulled out the big old money in front of her, put it on the table. Put it on the table. And she was like, ooh, wow, supposed to impress me? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, so you know what I'm saying, why you with me? She's like, I'm with you because I'm boring too. And that went over a lot of people's heads. But why does she say that? Because even though, and I'm not condoning selling drugs, but even though he was selling drugs, his way of doing it, he didn't want to be a flashy guy like the known people in that time in the 80s was doing, that was getting big names. He wanted everybody to eat. He was trying to put people on. And he was just trying to be low-key and just to really support his family. It wasn't to be flashy. It wasn't to do none of that. It wasn't the front. It wasn't none of that. He ain't want none of that hate, none of that other stuff. But like I said, that's boring. That's boring to people. You selling stuff for a low price, it's boring to people. Trying to just, I'm just trying to get my money and get out. Nah, what the average drug dealer gonna do? I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get the car, I'm trying to be loud, I'm trying to wow, I'm trying to F with these girls, trying to see, that's what I'm saying. That's more fun. Instead of just saying, yo, dude, if you gonna do that, get your money in it, get your money up, and get out. Nobody gotta know. Nobody supposed to know. Nah, they don't like that because they ain't gonna get no credit. Ain't nobody, they keep it low key and dress like a bum, but nobody know that they selling and making 100,000 a day, damn near, or whatever other crazy stuff people doing when they selling. That's boring. For some reason, people have to let everybody know. Because it's more fun when everybody sees. It's more fun when everybody, wow, it's more fun when we got beef. It's more fun when people want to take my head off so I could try to duck them and dodge them and shoot them and go through shootouts. That's the stupid stuff people do. Instead of trying to be like him, I'm trying to be low-key. I don't want none of that. I don't want no beef. I don't want nobody hating. That's boring to people. Oh, man. That's boring. Oh, yeah. Nah, I like it better if I just have excitement. I like it better if I just start robbing people. If I see they getting more money than me. See, that's the excitement. That's the dumb stuff. The dysfunction. The type of thinking that people do. Which get them in trouble. So, my last thing on the list is having manners. Holding the door for people. Saying thank you. Learning to walk away. That is not what most people know how to do. A lot of people don't know how to walk away. A lot of people don't hold the door, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't say thank you. These are just fundamental things that you taught as a kid. So if you see people not do these things, you're like, yo, what the hell happened to them? Who raised you? What's wrong with you? What happened to your life that you so angry? Like, somebody take time to hold the door, and this ain't just gotta be holding the door for a lady. It could be for a dude. Just cause you're just holding the door. Just doing what's morally right as a human being. And they'll just not say nothing. And they look at you crazy because you looking at them like, dang, you could have said thank you. But nah, that's boring. To be nice and respectful, to say thanks for holding the door, man. It's more easier for them to be disrespectful and just say, I ain't saying thank you. So what if you hold the door for me? It's easier for people to do that. It takes less effort. Than to be vulnerable, be like, yo, thanks, man. Thanks, brother. Thanks, sister. It's boring. It's boring to people to have manners. It's boring to walk away. Yo, this person is talking crazy right now. I know I should walk away, but that's boring because then I'm gonna feel like they got the upper hand and I didn't say anything, and I'm gonna feel like a square because I walked away to be the bigger person. It's more fun for me to go back and forth with them, even though I know every time I do that, it's a waste of energy, a waste of time, and nothing gets solved, and I'm the one that end up losing the most. That's the thing people need to see. You're gonna be the one ending up losing the most in a lot of those situations when you're trying to do things that aren't morally correct. You're gonna be the one to take the biggest loss. The other person is still gonna be doing what they doing, and you see that a lot with people. But like I said, that's all boring. That's boring to be like, hey, excuse me, can I get this, or can I have this, or thank you for your services. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being a open arms to me and welcome me into your home. Thanks for listening to me and having open ears to what I had to say. That's boring to people to do that. They'd rather just use people, come, be a little fake nice with you, get what they want, and then bounce. And then go right back into being an a-hole. That's more fun. That's easier for them to do than to actually be respectful, have manners, have integrity, have restraint. That's not fun to people because you're doing the right thing. And like I said, the right thing to people a lot of times isn't exciting. There's no excitement in it. It's more excitement when you're doing the wrong thing, stuff that you know you're supposed to be doing. It's more of a thrill, more of an adrenaline rush. Like I said, we're in an era where a lot of people are adrenaline junkies and thrill junkies, where they just want to do whatever they feel is the next dumbest or craziest thing that could get them some attention, get them some recognition, or get them some validation. And you see a lot of people losing themselves morally all the time, especially in this time. So, I know this video is probably already long, but I had to make sure I elaborated on everything clearly so everybody can understand what I'm saying. That's boring to most people. But I don't want to get I don't want it to get confused that I'm saying it's boring, because I believe doing what's morally right is the correct thing to do. But what I'm saying is, this is why it's boring to most people, and this is why you don't see most people doing stuff like making up their bed or committing themselves, washing their face twice a day, going outside, having manners, being nice, holding the door, being a good neighbor, being a good friend, being a good child, being a good parent, being a good son, being a good daughter, being a good boyfriend, being a good girlfriend, being a good wife, being a good husband, being a good fiance. This is why, because a lot of times doing the morally right thing is treating people with respect. That's hard for people. That takes a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline, a lot of vulnerability. So it's easier to be an a-hole. It's easier to just act like you're untouchable, you're unreachable, because you know that it will make you feel better because you're creating a challenge for people, and most people are going to try to figure that challenge. For some reason, a lot of people, when they see people doing that or acting in that way, they want to attend to them more to figure out what's wrong with them more than they would attend a person that they feel has it all together. Like, oh, that person don't need me, they got it all together, or they know what to do, or they don't need my help, I don't gotta buy them nothing, or nothing like that. And this is for something, I'm talking about a person that you rock with. They feel like they don't gotta do that. But for a person that's doing some bull crap, or they beating on them, or they stealing from them, or they just an a-hole, or they just use them, or whatever the case is, they'll give their all to them, because, like I said, people don't like seeing morally right things as exciting. They see it as boring, because, like, oh, that's no fun. What's the fun in that? I need something that's crazy where I feel like I can help fix it, or I could be a part of it, or I could cause more destruction to it, or it feels like a thrill, or it's excitement, or I know it ain't the right thing to do, but it just makes me feel good to be involved in that. That's what most people gonna do. Rather than, nah, I'm not gonna go out tonight. Oh, I'm not gonna go out this weekend. I know I got this exam. I know I gotta work on this craft I know I gotta work on this project. I've been said I wanted to do. I know I gotta work on my craft more. I know I gotta work on, I'm not gonna get into another relationship right after the last one I got out of, because I know I ain't mentally right, physically right, emotionally right, spiritually right. I need to go work on myself. I need to take some time off to myself. That might take a year. I need to be alone. That's boring to most people. Cause they're like, yo, I'm gonna be by myself. How am I gonna do this? Nobody wants me. I just feel alone. And instead of worrying about, yo, why you worry about that? Work on yourself. Fix yourself. Get all that toxic stuff, all that dysfunction, all that disorder, all that chaos, all that destructiveness. Get that out your system from the last relationship. And then all that stuff that you're looking for when you just out and you healed and you're doing the morally right things and taking time to yourself and working on yourself and taking accountability on what happened and why you allowed yourself to stay in a situation that long, that takes more discipline and commitment and integrity. And when you do that, yeah, it's going to be boring to most people, but it's the right thing to do. And it'll be better for you in the long run rather than you saying, nah, I need some excitement, I need somebody here, I need this, I need that. I can't be alone, I can't take time to myself. Then you get into another relationship and then you get jacked up even more. Because now you're attracting more toxic stuff. Now you're attracting more chaos, more destructiveness, more disorderly things. Now you're going to attract that. And then most people are going to stay in that too when they get into that another toxic relationship because that's what they know from the last one. So it's exciting, it's fun again. It's like, damn, what can I do? I'm gonna see if I can fix this one. I'm gonna see if I can change it. I'm gonna see, or if they even try to change it, they're just gonna add on to them and go back and forth with them with chaos, with destruction, with disorder. They're not gonna see them taking time out to themselves and doing the things they're supposed to do to help work on themselves to get them back to that balance and that space that they are usually in, so they can attract that partner and that right, the partner that has those right things that's supposed to be given back to them as far as respect, vulnerability, accountability, affection, connection, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, sensually. A lot of people don't see that as fun. So hopefully I didn't make this too long, but I had to make sure I connected everything so it all can make sense. And hopefully I connected everything for y'all to understand my point, which is, sadly, most people see doing the right thing as boring. Sadly, most people see doing the right thing as boring. And why is that? Because doing the right thing takes commitment, takes discipline, it takes respecting yourself and your time and others' time and the things around you, and taking yourself seriously and others around you. Like I said, that could just be respecting people. That could just be having manners. That could just be like, yo, I ain't going out this weekend because I know I gotta do this, and if I go party, I ain't gonna do this. That's boring to people. They're gonna be like, yo, you whack, man. You could just come out with us for a few hours and come right back. You gonna still get it done. What they care? They ain't gotta do it. Cause when they chilling the next day and they ain't got nothing to do, you won't be the only one feeling like, damn, son, I knew I shouldn't have went out with them because I didn't get to do what I was supposed to do. I knew I shouldn't have listened to them because I didn't get to everything I was supposed to be getting to. So, yeah, man, that's basically it. I ain't gonna go on too much about it. But, yeah. Sadly, doing the right thing to most people is boring. Why? Because it takes discipline, commitment, respect of your time, yourself, and others. And, it takes consistency too. So that could be whether you gotta discipline making your bed every day, wash your face twice a day, exfoliating your skin, having manners, working on your craft, taking the time out to treat your partner right. Not being an a-hole just to do it, just to be one because you feel like that's easier to do. It's easier to be blocked off and stuff like that. Just things like that. So, yeah, man. To the next topic. We're gonna keep rocking out like always. I hope everything is well with y'all out there. And stay safe, stay masked up, stay goal oriented, stay focused. And like I say all the time, whether we jog, run, or crawl, or walk, we still gotta get to our destination regardless. So peace, blessings, Much love and respect to y'all, and keep doing your thing, man. To the next topic, y'all be safe. Peace. Break it down. Break it down, roll it, light it, spark it, ignite it, but don't fight it. Break it down, roll it, light it, spark it, ignite it, but don't fight it. Now I lay low on weekends, diving off the deep end. I don't have no friends, I can't lie or pretend. Late nights I'm wishing, feel